Hey YouTube, another video. In the previous video I showed how to use these quad 2-bit magnitude comparators, and in that video I mentioned that the following week I'm gonna upload another sample showing how to make a nice game out of these comparators. So this is what this video is about, and before we start, let's see what we have on the breadboard here. So here, just like in the previous video, we have two quad 2-bit magnitude comparators, 7485, and here we have an 8-bit shift register, and here we have an AVR, an 80 mega 8, which I uploaded code into it, and let's see how it works before we talk about it. So this is basically a chasing game, and the circuit is on right now. It's on for the first time, so it doesn't show anything. Once I press a button, then a random light is turned on, and the goal is to press the light, well, as fast as you can, and every time that we press the button that corresponds to the light, the LED will switch, and we need to chase it pretty much. So here you can see how exactly it works, and it's a nice little thing, and you can just practice your speed on it, but pretty fun to play with. Now, when I first started making this circuit, I pretty much just used regular functions, so a binary counter and a timer and a line encoder, and I got pretty much the same result. But then I was thinking, and I showed those examples a lot on my channel, so I thought this time I will use an AVR, a microcontroller. And the reason why I decided to use a microcontroller is to show you that this entire game, this entire circuit, only uses 4 pins on the microcontroller. So we have all the rest of the pins still available, where if we, for example, would just want to make the same functionality without all these extra complementary circuitry, then we would need to use probably most of the pins on the microcontroller, and anything else that we would want to add to this circuit, then we would already need to consider either a bigger microcontroller or just adding another one. But here, for example, you can see that this entire game is controlled pretty much by a shift register and these comparators, and we have only one output that goes from the comparators into the AVR, and that once it goes high, then the AVR will generate another number, send it through the shift register, and this is what you see in the shift register right now. And the shift register acts as our A input for the quad comparators, and here we have our B input, and once we hit the right button, we are generating a equal B, and that goes back into the AVR, and this is how the circuit works. So with this complementary circuitry, we can at this point choose to add maybe an LCD that will display a score, or just some instructions, or even more functions to this game. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. Now at this point I also want to mention that when you're looking at this video now and you're saying to yourself, well, it's a nice little game and a nice little circuit, but I don't think that you can do much with it. This is the circuit that demonstrates this game, and if you apply a little bit of creativity beyond the electronics here, then you can make anything that is equivalent to arcade machines that you can still find in malls and arcade plazas and such. Where you would pretty much chase something. Either you need to press a button, or you need to whack some puppet, or do something that there is a comparison between what the machine generates and the input that you're giving it. So if, for example, we would just take a big panel here and we would replace all these tiny buttons with big buttons that have a different color light inside of them, buttons that you can just hit pretty hard and nothing will happen to them, then you already created a nice game. And as I said, if you apply a bit of more creativity and add an LCD and add some more code that will generate a score or give you all sorts of outputs based on the button that you hit, then it already becomes much more fun than what you actually see here as a demonstrational circuit. But that's it. So again, you can use it and apply your imagination and make very nice things, and they are pretty simple to make. Nothing is really complicated. But that's it. That's the game that I wanted to show you, made using these quad comparators, and yeah, also a shift register and this AVR. You will find the code for this once I upload the schematics. I will create schematics for this, even though I've made videos that show how to use these comparators. There's a video how to use this shift register and also how to program an AVR, but still I'm going to make this entire schematic, and once I upload it, then you will find also the code attached on my website. So that's it. I hope that you liked this little game that I made and you liked the video and the explanation. And if you like my videos, then please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.